Hey everybody and welcome back. It's my third week in a row. Y'all proud? Y'all happy that I'm back? Cause I'm so happy to be here. Starting by putting heat protectant on my client. Let me just start with this announcement. I said it in my last video, but I don't know if everybody heard it. So I'm just letting you guys know that at the Bronner Brothers Hair Show in New Orleans on August the 18th and 19th, or is it the 17th and 18th? See, I'm always starting rumors. Y'all gonna have to go look it up. But I'm going to actually put a link below so that you could go get your tickets. But I'm going to be doing Deeper Than Hair live, like live. So go get your tickets so you can come learn how to do my signature bob in person and also get a bunch of tips from me on how to build that residual income to get you from behind the chair if you're a hairstylist that's looking to retire. Okay, now that I have that out of the way, make sure y'all go check the link because I'm going to make sure I put that there so you can grab your tickets. But I'm going in. Okay, don't get mad because I know how y'all like to tussle, but my client today, she want her hair cut off. She want a bob. Now, actually, I think she had a bob before because it was in a nice blunt cut. Okay, it was very long, but it was super blunt all the way around. So I think she actually just wanted her bob back. I can't remember. This is also was filmed last summer. See, I'll be working, but these videos have been sitting, and I said, let me go in and edit these videos for my peeps. So I'm going in, I'm cutting her hair because that's what she asked for. Okay, that's what she wanted. So section by section, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to cut her hair exactly where she asked me to cut it. Her hair is shining. I'm a little just jumping in to say that. You know, I'm not saying I'm distracted by the shine or nothing, but it's going down over here. Nice, is all that luster is so healthy. But just going in on that second section and making sure that it's nice and even. A lot of times when people's hair is going through something, they always come to me with a bob picture. Like, can I get a bob? And as long as your hair is long in the front, because a lot of times the back is the heaviest part of the hair. Some people deal with breakage in the back of their hair, so it's hard to get them a bob. Or you could just, kind of layer it into the shorter hair in the back. But when your hair in the front is thinner or shorter, it's hard to create that shape. So it's very good to know if you're a good candidate to get a bob. So just talk to a professional, or even sometimes you could just look in the mirror and look at the front of your hair and decide if the front or the back of your hair is going to permit you to be able to get a bob or not. I kind of wish that clients ask me for a different cut. I put up a cut not on Instagram because I didn't film it. It was like an not an emergency hairstyle, but kind of a surprise. My friend's IKEA had came to town. She came to LA, and again, I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm from Philly. I have a salon in Philly, but I live in Los Angeles. I actually have a house in both cities, but I just always want to put that out there because after every video I always get the question like, where are you from or where are you located? So that's what's going on. But my friend's IKEA came to town, and for the first time in forever, somebody asked me for a haircut that I hadn't done in so long. So go look at my shorts because she asked for a 90s bowl cut, and I had so much fun doing that because I feel like sometimes hairstylists get locked into their signature moves, like whatever they do really great, then people come and they request it, and I'm grateful for that. I love doing a nasty bob. Okay, I love it. So I love that people always ask me for a bob, but every now and then I just want to do something different. So I was so happy that Zai asked me to give her that haircut. So I want y'all to go check it out if y'all haven't. It's in my shorts because again, it was a surprise hairdo. So I didn't know that I was going to be doing it, and so it ended up being a short because I just pulled my phone out like, I need to get this on video. So it did over 1 million views on Instagram and over 1 million views on shorts. So the people was liking it. So, and the 90s seem to be coming back. I cannot believe that the French roll is making a comeback. I mean, I can't go on my timeline any day without seeing a French roll, and I'm not positive that I want a French roll in my head. Like, maybe a soft, like a soft, classy one, not necessarily a hardcore spritz down French roll with the finger waves and stuff. Like, I love the 90s more than anybody. My friend just bought me some 5411 Reeboks, but listen, I don't know. Plus, it's like, this is another thing about it. One thing that I'm going to say about bringing the 90s hairdos back is, even though the 90s hairdos was fun and different and all of that, we still got to remain in that healthy realm of doing these hairstyles. Because just because the 90s hairstyles was amazing, they weren't necessarily healthy the way we were doing them. It was a lot of heat required, especially with finger waves and stuff. It was a lot of making sure that the hair was super slick with relaxers, and of course there's healthy ways to do relaxers. But I'm just saying, we gotta be careful how we do this. The products we use, making the hair hard. I've been seeing a lot of people gluing tracks in for their French rolls, and it's taking me back to a place. So I just want to make sure that you guys remember to keep your hair healthy while you're playing back in the 90s. Cause baby, I'm going with y'all. I'm just going to do it right, but I'm coming too. Now the angle bob seems to be the most popular, the most asked for in my chair anyway. But there are a few ways to. You saw that body? There are a few ways to do a bob. You can do it shorter. You can do it long, which I call a lob or a Robert. There, you can just make it even all the way to the front instead of an angle. You can make a deep angle. It's a lot of ways to play with it. But now I'm just going to go in with my flat irons, and I am going to bend it. I'm not going to do too heavy of a bend, and I'm not going to make it super straight. Also, there are a few ways to curl a bob too, just to get a bunch of different styles. So even if you cut your hair in a bob, you can curl it tight. You can wear your natural curls and have it curly. You can just make it super straight so you can see the cut really well. You can make it heavy so it's got that big 90s bend under it. There's a lot of ways to go when you get a bob, so you don't have to feel locked into it just because, oh, I have a haircut, now I have to wear this haircut. Like, there's ways to play around with it. Just remember, I'm doing a chase method. I'm putting a comb under. I know the last couple videos I had the grip comb on, but this video was done before I even got a grip comb. But just remember, no matter what, when you're pressing your hair, one pass is all you need. Get what you need out of that one pass and do not go over that hair again, because then you will be compromising your natural curls and you run the risk of having heat damage. So just try your best not to go over that hair twice. Once is all you will need. We shampoo my client's hair with the detox shampoo and conditioner. I will put the links for that below as well. And the detox shampoo just basically pulls all of that build up off the hair. When you wear your hair natural curls, when your hair gets old, when your scalp is just flaky or dirty, the detox shampoo just basically does what it says it does. It detoxes you, so it just strips all the buildup off of your hair. It gets the scalp super clean, and it has tea tree in there, so it makes you feel so invigorated when it's done. And then when you are done with that, you put the detox conditioner on, and it puts all the good things back in. So I'll put the link for those two things below as well. As you can see from the side, I'm doing her hair in about 1.5 inch sections, just because One, her hair is soft. I know you saw in the beginning it was like super curly. Her hair is soft, and if you put too much heat on thinner sections, it'll just break it down way too much. So I like to do bigger sections so that the hair could come out a lot fuller looking. Even if your hair is not full, if you want your hair to appear more full, just do way bigger sections. And you can also turn the heat down, but it's the dead of summer, so I have the regular heat temperature that I usually use, but I'm just doing bigger sections so that her hair can appear much fuller. Another thing about her hair texture is it gets oily a lot faster. So I always tell people to wear a silk or satin scarf to bed every night, because silk or satin will basically bring the natural oil from your scalp and it'll travel down your hair and it'll condition it naturally. Now, if you wear cotton or if you just sleep on the pillowcase, cotton pulls the oil out of your hair, but not in a good way. Because I know when our hair gets oily, it's like I could stand for a little bit of this oil to be pulled out, but you do not want to sleep on cotton pillowcases or wear a cotton scarf, because what will end up happening is it'll dry your hair out, and then dry hair leads to brittle hair, and then brittle hair leads to breakage, and then breakage leads to shorter hair and unhealthy hair, and you don't want that. So just make sure that you're using a silk or satin scarf. I'll put a link for a silk or satin scarf that I use in the box below as well. And if your hair gets oily fast, try to get a good dry shampoo. Dry shampoo helps buy you an extra 2 or 3 days. When your hair gets super oily, you just spray dry shampoo in it, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then brush it out, and your hair is just, I won't say it's fresh, like brand new, but it takes a lot of the oil out. So I would try dry shampoo if I were you. Now see how that heavy bend and those big sections make her hair look like it have a lot of weight. It's not thin at all by a long shot, but it definitely needs a little assistance to make it look this heavy. So I love how it's coming out so far. This is another good angle where you can see how much hair I use for one section, just how big this section is, and just how it, even though it was a thick section, see that about 1.5 inches, it still breaks down in between those plates with the heat to make it look a lot thinner. So just make sure you're doing what you can to make your hair look like how you want it to look. See how good those ends look? One cool thing about a bob is the hair grows in so even. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and promote the fact that you don't have to get a trim as soon when you have a bob, but you kind of don't. It grows so even, it grows so blunt and precise, and you can probably do a dust trim. I did a dust on my last video that I put up last week, so if you're not familiar, you could go check it out. But a dust is just when you go in and keep the ends clean as it grows. So I just put the glass bring and shine. I'm combing it out just a little bit, and her hair looks good, healthy, shiny. It's nice and even, and she gonna go get her life. It is hot outside. I remember last summer was crazy, and so I was trying to tell people to wrap their hair before they left, but everybody didn't want to. But it looks amazing, huh? So I always edit this part out, but I'm going to show y'all how my clients are when they look in the mirror. They look at their hair and they're super into it. So she's going in. I love when they go in and play, because sometimes you might put the part, they say where they want their part, but sometimes you gotta just let them play around with their hair so they can see how they will wear it. Look at her having a blast, okay? Having a blast, but it looks so good. It's so full of body and healthy. She just was like, I love it, and she's shaking it. And I just thank y'all so much for watching and coming back and being here for Deeper Than Hair TV, and I will see you all next time. Bye.